I'm not trying to run out, you know, whether if she was small, she was small. If she was big, you know, and she was accepted like that.
Wasn't no BBLs, no false.
There wasn't a sense of I have to change myself to. I mean, come on, this is the era of like you walk into any area, in the females of this generation is automatically gonna feel like with the shake of an ass and the whatever, you ready to trick off some money on me.
That's what they accept. That's what they think is normal.
But that's a certain class of what I call this sort of generation.
Yeah.
You know, with the music, you see it within the music and all that type of, and it makes a female go, well, shit. And it's openly stated. Well, yeah, I'm going to go run and get me a BBL and go get me some whoopty-whoop. And then I'm going to hit the club or whatever. And
get my bills paid.
It's going to be some dude because, you know, that's the era we in today. Right. You know, I come from the era where you quiet with shit. Yeah. You don't let a motherfucker know you got $1 million in the safe at home.
Yeah.
Today the niggas are, look at my safe. You see my $1 million? And you give me some.
Dudes used to be ashamed to be a trick. Now they prideful in tricking.
But it's not tricking to them. Nigga, I got a stack of money, so shit. If baby want me to pay for her some new titties and a new ass, that's what I'm gonna go do.
You know where this all started from? What was that girl, Jody Watley? They started making songs. You gotta have a J.O.B. if you want to be with me. Ain't nothing going on but the rent. Then you had the Scrubs record. I don't want no Scrubs, you know? And when you think about it, right, women want millionaire dudes. They want dudes making, I heard a girl say, if he's making $250, that's not enough money. And I said, well, he's making more money than 85%, 90% of the country, so how's it not enough money? Where are you finding these men at? Where are all these millionaires at?
She don't got one. You know, that's
what I'm saying.
You know, these women, they talk these fantastical ideas that they can't even get. I mean, most of these women who talk like that, they probably don't even have a man. I'm hard pressed to find a woman who talks like that who actually has what she's talking about. It's just a fantasy in their head that they're getting from this music. You know, the same way, you know, like the gangster music made everybody want to be a gangster. Now these females is pushing this trick type music, and all these women want to act like this without even actually doing it. They don't even know how to break a trick. They don't even have game, right? Women don't even understand, like, you don't get money from a man by saying, give me some money to with me. That's not even having game. You got to finesse a man to get some money and not make him feel like an ATM. They don't even have game. They listen to this music and actually think that work. Yeah, work on a trick ass dude who had got low self-esteem. But if you really trying to break a trick for real, the way they talk about it in this music, that's not even how you go about it.
And another thing too, you should break down the power of the vagina and how these women use their vagina, you know, to put the value on the coochie.
Yeah, you know, because in our classes, we always try to tell these dudes, you know, it's all about the value. We place too much value on things that aren't that valuable. You know, like I said before, you know, something of value is something rare. These dudes put the pussy on a pedestal, and what we say is bring the pussy off the pedestal, put it in its proper perspective, in its proper value. Now things become more important. If you take a woman out to eat, you take her on a vacation, right? You take her to the movie, something. What does she give you in return for all of that effort?
Just some pussy.
She give you some pussy, right? Why? Because you've told her that it's this valuable to you, right? You can barter with that. It's legal tender with me, right? What we say is take the pussy off the pedestal, let her know that's not legal tender in this relationship. You can't pay me with that. You can't barter with it. You can't give that to me for something I do for you. When you do that and you put it in its proper perspective, the woman now has to come with something of real value for you. But as long as you make pussy this valuable, then I'm gonna just give you this. When you give me a new purse, a new bag, take me here, I'm gonna just give you some pussy. I say that don't mean nothing to me. I don't even want that right now.
She gonna say I'm a good woman.
Listen,
hey, come on. That's what they right.
Yeah,
for your exchange of your goods and your services, the clothes, the bags, whatever. You got you a good.
Let's talk about that. I say it all the time. We talk about it in our class. Dudes have to start having some requirements, right? She say she a good woman, she cook and she clean. That's not enough for me though. And for most dudes, as long as she's a good woman, she cooks, she clean, and she don't cheat on me, oh, that's a good woman. What I'm saying is women's requirements are higher than that. Men should have higher requirements. If you were easy to get, you're easy to leave. And the reason that these women don't have much value in a man is because they caught you easy. All she had to do was show up. You didn't make her jump through no hoops. You didn't make her prove herself, but she makes you prove yourself. You got to have a certain amount of money, a certain amount of style, a certain amount of charisma. But the women just get to come how they are. What I'm saying is you have to know your value. And when you know your value, you don't just let any broad with you just because you cook and you clean and you just here. No, you got to be actively making my life better in a certain way, or you can't be here. Otherwise it's the same. If you being here is the same of if I was just here by myself, then you bring no value to the situation. So that's what we say. Like, if you value yourself, make sure these women is coming with something.
That's some real stuff. Now let me ask you this, because in this age of technology, you've seen more relationships get ruined by women going through men's phones.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, and this is what I advocate, right? Before you anything, you got to be a man first, right? And your relationship is always going to fail if your woman don't respect you. And she's never going to respect you if you lie to her. So you better keep it up front with what you're doing. Listen, if you want to have other women, let her know that's what you're going to do. Men would be surprised if you really walked up to a woman and she dealing with you and y'all vibing, y'all having a good time, and she say that line, what are we? Right? And you let her know, like, listen, baby, I like you. I like what we have going. We got a connection. But listen, I'm not going to lie to you. You know, we can be together, but if I see another woman out and something happens, I'm going to have sex with her. Are you okay with that? Now, I ain't going to do it every day, baby, but I'm saying if the situation arises, I'm not going to lie to you right now and say I ain't going to do it. I'm going to do it. Can you get with that? Do you like me enough to get with that and accept it? If not, we could part ways right now. Men would be surprised how many women would be like, but then be like, damn, he keeping it real, though. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's cool. I'm talking about the common man. I'm talking about regular Joe Blow to wake up 5 o'clock every morning, come home at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
He take a shower. As soon as he go to the shower,
Woman going through his phone.
woman going through his phone to see what he been doing.
She going through his phone because he's allowed that to be the standard in the household. You know, a woman with me, she not even going through my phone because what's she going for? Because I already let her know from the jump, I'm going to do what I want to do. So if you want to go through my phone, that's fine. But guess what? What you doing it for? You can't get mad when you see something because I already let you know what it was for me. So that's why I go back to being a man first, letting a woman know. If you're going to be dealing with other women, you might as well let your woman know up front. It'll spare you from the drama of getting your car keyed, getting her blowing up your job, getting all of this drama. That's why I say you be a man first, and she'll respect you more for it. If a man get caught cheating, man, you need to just let her know, yep, I did that. She'll respect you for it. And you'll always have action back at a woman who has respect for you. Whether you lying, how could you be a man and you lying and you sneaking and you cheating around? That's what little bras do. That's why she talks to these dudes crazy, because you lying and you sneaking around. She can't respect that. And if she don't respect that, she not going to talk to you respectfully. So now your relationship is over. Whether you could have just been like, yeah, I did that. What's she going to say? She going to be mad, but she going to like, damn, he ain't a liar. She's still going to have that respect for you, so you always going to have action back at her.
Will you be able to keep that, though? That's the whole thing from the nigga side. Because a person that's a normal Joe Blow, he ain't gonna be able to ride that. Yeah, I'm gonna do what I want to, because most of the time
She could be out the front door.
That's why we had the classes, because we teach confidence, right?
Oh, okay.
We teach confidence and
Right.
competence. See, so you can be confident, but if you ain't got no competence. So like back to what he was saying about the female. Now y'all know in my gang it's first, ass last. If I'm gonna take a chance, I gotta get my cash in advance. What I did is I took the, I don't lead with my little head. I lead with my big head. You know what I'm saying? So the last thing a woman gonna see if she mess with me is to see my penis. She gonna see that last. It's first, ass last. You know, I'm not even interested. And once you take, as he said, you take the sex off the mantle and you put game or you put knowledge and wisdom and understanding on the mantle, then that means that you have to deal with me directly. So when a woman see me and she can't use her sexual or the power of the vagina to control me, now she succumbs to what I believe, the soul. You know what I'm saying? Then, and every guy that come from my world, the P world, that's the real ones, they want the soul. Because they know that if you get the mind, the body will follow. And that's the same thing in the square world. If you get a woman's mind before you get her vagina, then she will follow you. And like Goldie always say, if you can't lead, then she gonna take the steering wheel and she gonna lead. You know what you
She'll
say
take the
about
wheel.
Yeah. You know, we say it all the time, right? You know, dudes is wondering, like, she don't listen. She's not submissive. She's not letting me lead. I say most of the time these dudes ain't fit to lead. I see these dudes every day, man. You're not fit to lead. You're not competent in what you're doing. You're not sure about where you're going. She's looking at you and you looking around. So she like, well, shit, he looking around. I'd rather crash this car myself than let him crash it because it look like that's what's going to happen. And that's what we say. These dudes got to get themselves right first. They're not competent because when a man is in his rightful position, a woman's going to be in her rightful position. I know you guys know it. When you acting as a man, a woman could be with another dude and be disrespectful and all this, and she get with you, she get in her proper position because she's with a proper man in his proper position. And what you were saying, like the average Joe Blow, he ain't gonna be able to pull that off. Yes, he can though. Like I like to tell dudes all the time, man, I was talking like this before I had anything. I mean, I spoke this shit into existence because I was calling myself a king when I had a 2-door Mitsubishi with a light I had to hit, to come on. It was rusted in the front. I had, 3 bras in the back. So, but I guess what? I only dealt with women who liked me a lot. I don't care who it is. It's a bum on the street with a broad, right? You done seen it.
Exactly.
These dudes choose wrong. I say it all the time, man. That situation you in right now, it ain't never gonna work because you violated game guide rule number 1. You didn't like who liked you. You getting a woman that you chasing, so she like, all right, I'll with you. You need to get the woman that when you looking at her, she looking at you with her eyes wide. That's the woman who gonna take whatever. When she see you like she see Chris Brown. And it's always a woman. It may be more for me than the average Joe Blow, but it's a woman out there that sees him like that. And what I'm saying is, man, with that broad. Right. And everything gonna be easier. And she gonna accept whatever you coming with.
Mm-hmm. So your advice, I wouldn't say is for the typical square married dude.
Yeah, it is. I'm saying I'm speaking value. I'm speaking don't lie. I'm speaking be a man. Be truthful with your woman.
Can you
stand on your
going
value?
Home telling Maria tonight, hey,
nigga, you about to make me laugh
right
until the show is over. But
I'm about to start knocking me a few more
that's some
down
truth.
every week.
But
when you tripping, I'm gonna go do this.
But you know what?
I'm gonna come back home to you.
You know,
didn't step into it like that.
Yeah, because now you're a fraud. Because
you start is how you finish.
Yeah, you didn't step into it like that.
I'm saying when you start.
Let me say it to you like this. So still, what you have is you have a contract, right? And most people call it a bad contract. The bad what makes it a bad contract, you do all the work, right? And you bring all the money home. And say, for instance, if you and her get into a disagreement, she have the right to file for divorce. And she have the right 50% to what you earn. So if you're a multimillionaire, you got to give her, like Jeff Bezos asked him, he know what I'm talking about. He had to give his wife millions of dollars. Anybody that married, and then you got a different situation. So what kind of car you drive? You ain't got to. You just what kind of car you like?
Well, I got Mercedes, I got Lexus, and I got.
So your Mercedes, right? You went and you registered, right, with the DMV, right? They gave you a registration, right? So they let people know you're the owner, right?
Yep.
When you and your wife got married, where y'all went to the court?
Yeah, we had to go.
Y'all registered, right?
Yeah, we registered, yeah.
She own you. You go home with that. She got the right to, say, okay, okay, Steele, I need half of your Mercedes. I need half of your Lexus. Yada yada yada. So,
Maria ain't saying half of nothing.
So what's
Maria said I need 90% of that.
So what MC Eiht was saying, hey man, it's how you start, how you finish.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times we get in a relationship. There are some exceptions, where guys, if they get married, they still, they're the ruler and they run their household. They do what the hell they want to do. But there's not many. I mean,
I ain't many. That's not common.
No, it's not. It's not
Because
common.
dudes been tricked out their value. You got to think about it like this, right? These dudes, athletes in particular, and I ain't going to say why, these dudes, they seem like the biggest tricks, and I say it all the time, because, from the age of 6, 7, they've been playing sports their whole life. They almost socially slow, so they able to be manipulated, but these dudes work their whole life, work so hard to become athletes. They got the money, they got the fame, and then they'll turn around and get in a relationship and let the woman tell him what to do as if she holds any type of power in a situation, right? Because he doesn't know his value. How am I a rich, multi-millionaire, famous individual, and then I'll get with a woman and she's going to tell me I can't have other women? Why did I work so hard to get this money and be free to turn around and put myself in handcuffs by this woman who didn't sacrifice to get to where I was? Why? Because psychologically, I don't understand my value.
Man, I'm going to tell you something. My son played professional football, and when I'm telling you that them women are vicious,
oh, they cold.
My wife had to kind of go in on this one lady because she was just on my son like a thing. And my wife said, you are too old for him. If you come over by him again, me and you go fight. My wife kicked her shoes off. I said, what you about to leave that boy? He know how to handle himself. She ran off all kind of trim from that boy.
Yeah. Well, see, God gave a woman the same thing He gave a skunk, a white stripe and a belly full of funk. See, women are naturally more intelligent than men. A lot of men don't understand that. They think, oh, man, I got this bra. From the minute she gets with you, she already know what she's going to do with you. She already know how she's going to come at you. They sit back and they plot. You know, the dress, the makeup, the lipstick, all that is a plot. And you know the way they dress, if they wear the fishnet, they trying to catch. You know, if they wear the the church dress, they trying to catch a church. They trying to catch a preacher. You know, if they get the tight jeans and all that, they trying to catch an athlete. They are strategists. So you have to marry a woman, that's 7, or deal with women that are 7 years your junior, and not your senior. The older the woman is, the less chance you got of controlling the relationship, because there's 3 things that people don't understand when it comes to intelligence. The first is IQ. That's intelligence quotient. That shows how intelligent you are. Then it's EQ. That's emotional quotient. Women are higher in the emotional quotient area, and that's why it's an old saying in the game. They say, man, don't let your emotions supersede your intelligence. Mm-hmm. Don't let your IQ supersede your EQ. But women, they can control that. They can master, because the reason why they higher in emotion, because God gave them the same thing He gave a skunk, a white stripe and a belly full of funk. He gave them ability to deal with situations emotionally. So a skunk, when the skunk get mad at you or you try to approach him, he shoot out funk. Mm-hmm. Well, a woman going to emotionally debase you. See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And she high in that, because what makes her so high, because she's also a nurturer. She also got to take care of the kids. You got to be emotionally equipped to deal with crying babies. But she also can use it destructively or constructively. Sometimes women use it destructively. Then the last one is AQ. That's adaptability quotient. You got to be able to adapt to situation. And most men, when they get around, certain situations, they don't know how to adapt. Like me, you can put me in a room for beautiful women, and I'm not, my little man ain't even thinking about it. My big head trying to figure out how can I break all these women. You know what I'm saying? How can I get some money out of all of them? That's just the way I think, because I can adapt to any situation. Most men don't have high degrees in these areas. A lot of men got the ABCs, but they don't got the XYZs. But in order to have all high levels in these 3 categories, you got to have what I call character.